way more important.
All right,
He's got a priority straight.
hard-hitting question to start. Candy corn, is it good?
No. Next question. No, I'm not a candy corn fan. No offense, just haven't been. I'm a Reese's guy.
Marcus, how nice was it to see Juwan healthy and making big plays for you?
Awesome.
You've been waiting a long time.
Yeah, it didn't make it for me. It made it for the team. You know, I think it's just what we've all kind of alluded to. You know, guy getting back and getting healthy and getting back in the swing of things. And man, what an awesome job, man! Just making plays there at the end, and I think the big picture of Ted trusting him in that situation. I mean, it says a lot, man. That was a big statement by him and big statement by the unit overall. And can't say enough about just. That just goes to show you keep coming out to work, you know? Keep coming out to work and days like Tuesday through Friday and on Saturday, man, you never know. And that was such a key thing for us.
Coach, how about Spencer Webb? Talk about his increasing role within your offense.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer's a guy we've talked about it since week one, right? He's been a kind of a swing guy for us and his role and things he can do and applying himself and being a weapon. And I think our hats off to him and some other guys who just kind of been kind of utility knives for us in a lot of ways, and Spencer's done a great job, especially for a true freshman.
Was that version of Juwan a player that you were all expecting to see back in the spring, obviously, and then pushing for potential to start from here on out?
Yeah, I mean, I think the things he did in that game were the things that first of all, that himself, I think, expect. Things we saw in fall camp, some of the stuff he did, and then obviously in spring as well. And I think that it was the right time, the right place, and he came right along, and he's going to get, you know, his role in advancing going forward is something that we're excited about, and he is too.
For CJ, it's obviously a tremendous individual performance, but because of it now, I mean, there's some splits, Marcus, where he's among the top 5 in the country in some of these splits out there.
Yeah, CJ's done it. I think I don't want to point fingers, but someone tried to sandbag CJ about week 3 and said he's not seeing things and doing that, and all of a sudden now he's, you know, Walter Payton, but he has done an awesome job since the beginning he's got here. We've said that CJ has been a guy who can do it all and do it well, and he's done a really good job. You know, obviously we're clicking at the right time, and he's really molding with the guys up front and done an awesome job, man. He just last week was such a really good thing for him to see. He's a perfect example. He's the hot hand, you know, and he was a hot hand. We roll with it, and in games like that, you like to see it. You'd hate to take the ball out of his hand when he's rolling like that, you know? And we didn't.
Did Juwan credit you and the staff when he was hurt to keep him mentally ready? And what was that process like of just keeping him ready to go when he finally got healthy and he could play? He said that was really big.
Well, I think the biggest points we've got the best running back coach in the country in Jim Mastro. He does an awesome job with those guys, keeping them locked in. And Mastro gets those guys regardless if they're in or out or redshirting or gone. I mean, those guys are engaged and they know that role is something that's expected of them. And CJ's done an awesome job, and Coach done an awesome job of keeping him engaged throughout. You know, the times where he hasn't had he's had a limited role, and I think that was awesome. That proved that he could go into that game and do what he did. And obviously now, you know, the stretch down November, it's not going to change.
This is deep at defensive line, as you've seen. I know that Auburn was obviously incredibly talented, but this isn't just talent. This is really deep.
Yeah, they've got this is like you said, this is a talent. This is one of the top talented groups we've seen. Awesome group overall, defensively, athletically. The D line is very athletic and does some really good things. So this will be one of the top groups we've faced, and I'm excited for our challenge. I know our guys are too.
Anything you guys have to clean up by way of pass? Obviously, run blocking was terrific, but on pass blocking at times, there were times they were only rushing 2, and they were creating a little bit of pressure despite being outnumbered. Is there anything?
There's obviously situations like that in any part where you're going to say, hey, onesie twosie type thing, and I think there was, you know, 1 or 2 places where I think our guys would want it back, but other than that, those guys have done a really good job. You get a speed rushing guy off the edge in certain situations, and you know, sometimes you can get it hit it not, but no, our guys have done an awesome job. I think that those things may show up on occasionally, but that's not an advanced way overall, big picture for our guys. They've done a nice job.
It's been 20 years since a quarterback around here has done what Justin has done the last 2 weeks in terms of fourth quarter comebacks. I wonder if you could just speak to his demeanor. Has that been a factor? Has improved maturity been a factor? Has he always had that in him? Just how he's handled himself on the 2 game-winning drives the last 2 weeks.
You know, I think that's a tribute. First of all, the overall maturity at that position. I think that's what you want to see. You know, when you say what are some of the things that you want to see that why would a guy come back, why would a guy come back and play an extra year when he's got it at that position? That's a perfect example. The maturity at that position, the poise at that position, and the situations he's been in the last 2 weeks, I think are proven factors of why you would say where could the advancements be made if you come back, and that's a perfect example of maturity.
Thanks, Coach.
You guys,
Thank you.
No problem, guys.